What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to go over Bitcoin. Everything we have been predicting lately has been coming to fruition, which is always nice. So we're going to go over the analysis. We're sitting at 41,233. We're up 4.2 on the day. We're sitting at market cap of 779 billion. 24-hour volume, 31.78 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest crypto growing app and grab one of the incredible Visa cards, cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So we're here on the 4-hour time frame. We talked about the head and shoulders. I said, look guys, if we create a lower low, look for that higher low on the RSI, and we'll potentially see the bulls try to trap the bears, try to trap the short positions. And that's exactly what has happened here. We've seen a beautiful push back to the upside. So it looks like our wave 5 may have just been a little bit of a smaller wave here. We pushed all the way back above 40.5K, which was a strong level of resistance. So that's another bullish sign here. And we may be creating a little bit of a bull pennant here, or bull flag. What just happened? Give me my trend lines here. And we may be starting to break out of it just a little bit here. But I do want to look at the hourly time frame, see if we can see a bearish divergence. Okay, so if you see us start to push up, let me grab my brush. If you see us start to push up and break about 41.3K, where the top of this wick came up to, and we create a higher high while creating a lower high on the RSI and on the money flow on the hourly, that's a bearish divergence and can be an early signal of a move back down or some consolidation. You will see on the hourly time frame more often than the 4-hour that a bearish divergence can be invalidated, but usually it is an early sign of pullback or consolidation. So we'll pop back open to the 4-hour time frame. So if we do continue to push up here with some volume, as you can see, we came right up to the resistance of 41.3K, which is the golden ratio with our Fibonacci pull from the previous swing low all the way up to the swing high. So that will be a strong level of resistance in my opinion. But if we were to break 41.3, you can take your flag pull, take it to your point of breakout, and that could potentially take Bitcoin all the way back up to about 43.1K. Now, as you can see right here, we consolidated, we broke out, we got rejected by the golden ratio, we rolled over, and we saw continuation of the downtrend. So if we get rejected once again, a very similar thing can happen. We come up, we get rejected, or we consolidate, we get rejected, we roll back over, and we come back down to these lows here. So what we want to see is a clear break of 41.3K, back test as support, and see that push up to our next level of resistance of 42.6K. But as of right now, our bullish divergence is playing out as we expected. So we're not quite overbought. So we could see a nice little push and see if we can break 41.3. If we do get rejected, the support to watch out for 40.5K and 39.5K in my opinion. Let's pop over to our next chart, which is here on the daily. So as you can see here on the daily, that 41.5, 41.6 also lines up with the resistance of our ascending triangle, as well as the daily EMAs. As you can see, we've had the bearish cross. So that's more confluence that is an absolutely massive level of resistance. If we can get back above it, we hold the EMAs as support. That's when we could see that push back up to 44.7K, which is the resistance of our ascending triangle. It looks like we have a bit of a double bottom here on the daily. As you can see, we created a bottom, we came down, we created a second bottom. So I'll take the measurement just here from the structural support up to the neckline. So that double bottom could lead to a breakout all the way up to about 43.3K. So do watch for that as well. We've actually put in a bullish divergence on the daily, just a little one here. As you can see, we created a lower low with this wick here while creating a higher low on the RSI as well as the money flow. Can be an early sign that the bears are running out of strength on the daily time frame, which could lead to a big push back to the upside. But 41.5, 41.6 is an absolutely massive level of resistance, and the key resistance to watch right now in my opinion. If we pop over to our next chart, we have the 5-day Gaussian channel. We came right down to 38.6K, which was the bottom of the Gaussian. Beautiful wick down. You can see the bulls push the price right back up, just as they did right here, and that led to a big bounce back to the upside. And they did right here as well, which led to a massive bounce back to the upside. But we were getting rejected by the EMAs on the weekly. We briefly broke above them, but we got rejected by the midline of the Gaussian channel. So right now, the weekly EMAs are coming in between about 43 to 44K. So those are major levels of resistance as well. If we do break back above them, watch the midline of the Gaussian channel. We've been failing to break above it since January. We've tested it 3 times. But as many of you know, the more you test resistance, the higher likelihood you will break through it. So we'll see if we can come up and break about 47.7K. If we come up and we get rejected once again, especially if we come down and lose 38.6, as I mentioned in my last video, for Bitcoin, as each time we've fallen out of the Gaussian channel, we've seen significant sell-off. This was the crypto dump. As you can see, we broke down out of the Gaussian. We capitulated. I'll scroll back. I showed this in my last video, so I don't want to stay on it too long here. Let me get rid of my squigglies here. But as you can see here, we broke down from the Gaussian channel, and that led to future sell-off. So major support to hold for Bitcoin to remain bullish at 38.6K. If that support is lost, I would expect us to come all the way back down to the summer lows in between 28 and 30,000. So if we look at the Bitcoin long position, still seeing that beautiful increase. I have been mentioning that that is an early indicator of a move back to the upside, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. The shorts, not too much movement here. Yesterday, I mentioned that bearish divergence, signifying that the shorts may be running out of strength here. So if the price of Bitcoin continues to push up, you will see the short positions start to close their positions, get liquidated, hit their stop losses, which can increase the price of Bitcoin. But as I've been mentioning, we have that major, oh, we're seeing a nice little push here. We have a major level of resistance right around 41.3 to 41.6. It lines up with the golden ratio. It also lines up with the daily EMAs coming in at about 40. Right now, the daily EMAs are coming in about 41.8. The resistance of our ascending triangle is coming in at about 41.6K. So in between about 41.3 to about 42K is major resistance. If we can break above it, I would expect a pump up to 44.7 thousand to retest the resistance of the ascending triangle. And in the short term, on the smaller time frames, just watch that golden ratio. Let me quickly pop the 1 hour back open. We're seeing a nice push right now. So watch out. If we create a higher high, we create a lower high in the RSI bearish divergence. But if we can continue to push up, we can invalidate a bearish divergence here, and we could see continuation all the way up to about 42.6K, which is also a major level of resistance. If I pop it back over into the 4 hour time frame, resistance here, we have support resistance in this area. We have resistance right here. We have resistance in this area, a lot of support and resistance in this area as well. So that would be a major level for BTC. Wow, we're seeing a beautiful green candle right now. It looks like some volume is stepping in. So we'll see if we can break above the golden ratio. If we do get rejected, 40.5K, strong level of support, 39.5. We'll see what happens here. It looks like that volume is stepping in. And your breakout target from this bull pennant pattern is all the way up at about 42.9, 43K for BTC. That is it for this one. Shout out to the Discord. Let me open it up here. Over 1,800 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto. The DCA trade strategy, the DCA charts, and buy and take profit zones are all available at 350 USD. And if you want my trade signals for my exact entries, exits, take profits, and stop losses, we just made a juicy profit on our long trade for sand, as I just made a video on that. So you can check that out. Those trade signals are coming in at $10 USD per month. And if you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.